All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And our friend Cynthia's been in to see us, every day this week. And we're always happy to see you, Cynthia, because you bring us good wine. And that's really all we require of our sales reps is just bring us good wine, man. We don't ask for much. And we have a slew of really good stuff in the bag. Today, this Mas de Daumas Gassac wine, one of the cult wines of the south of France. And this is the guy that kept Mondavi out of the south of France. He didn't want big producers coming in there and Americanizing this region. And well, this guy's pretty much a big producer. Anyways, he makes a Frizzante Rosé, which is kind of unique. It's 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, only 11% alcohol, but it is method champenoise, and it's a good amount of red berry, currant berry fruit, some licorice spice, and kind of a briny nuance coming on the second day. But pretty wine on the tongue, some light red berry fruit, kind of a sweet tart note to it, pretty floral notes on the finish, and that light salty note coming through there. A very good little wine at $23.25. And then the Moulin de Gassac Guilheim Blanc pays the Heralt, and this is made from purchased fruit and in a separate facility from the other wines they make there. It's a blend of Grenache Blanc, Terret Blanc, and Sauvignon Blanc. This wine really light in price, also under $10, and really nice chalky floral notes to the pineapple and pear fruit, clean bouquet of aromas, and zesty lemon and green apple fruit showing on the tongue with that chalky mineraliness showing at the end. Simple and pleasant, and like I said, $8.75, man. This is a great little wine. You can cook with it, you can drink it, you can bathe in it at that price. All right, the Tablas Creek Esprit de Beaucastel. This is a joint venture between Robert Haas and the Perrin family. Robert's a longtime importer here in this country, vineyard brands, and this wine's a blend of 60% Roussanne, 30% Grenache Blanc, and 5% Picpoul. All of the grapes came from cuttings brought in from Beaucastel, and now these guys are the largest nursery for Rhone varietals in the state of California. This wine's got a really rich bouquet of peach, honeysuckle, and notes of honeycomb on the nose. Really creamy on the tongue, too. Even maybe a little oily there in texture. An array of tree fruits complemented by those pretty floral notes, that honeycomb and hibiscus note coming from the nose through the finish. Really excellent bottle of a white Rhone here from this country at $47.25. Not cheap, but this is their top line. And you could blind put it in a tasting, and you might guess it's from the Rhone Valley because, well, the grapes are. Anyways, von Strasser Gruner Veltliner, which is a Austrian varietal. This is grown on Diamond Mountain in Napa. And it has some of that green melon, the fruit that you get from Gruner in Austria, and a hint of that white pepper spice, but also kind of an almond nutty character and a mineral flinty nuance there. Bright and zesty on the tongue with that green melon fruit and a slight briny nuance on the finish, leaving the tongue salivating for food. A very good little wine at $33.75. And then the Esprit de Tablas Rouge, which $64 may seem a little expensive for a Rhone-style blend, but this wine delivers. It is excellent, and it's got 40% Mourvedre, 30 Grenache, 20 Syrah, and 10 Counoise. I don't want to say typical blend for Beaucastel, but Beaucastel does have a higher concentration of Mourvedre in it. This one's got that classic kind of garrigue quality you get from the Southern Rhone, even though it's from California. Fresh berry pie fruit, a host of that pretty floral note, smoke, and even a little bit of that animal sauvage note you get from the Mourvedre. Smooth and silky wine on the palate with a good amount of that berry pie fruit, really rich and ripe, and even more so on the second day, the fruit just really coming out in this wine. Notes of sweet herbs and that floral note from the nose through the finish. Excellent juice, and like I said, very reminiscent of a Southern Rhone. All right, the Mas de Daumas Gassac White Blend, and this is equal parts Chardonnay, Viognier, Petit Mensang, and Chenin Blanc. This one's got a bit of a funk to it, though, on the first day, and you know, the second day kind of turning into almost like a orange peel, kind of onion peel, rather, kind of musky note, and a little bit of airtime, definitely necessary with this wine. A rich texture on the tongue, though, a nice amount of that ripe tree fruit, and a nice hint of acidity with this wine, leaving that tongue tingly with minerals, and a little bit of that funkiness from the nose showing through the finish, but we like a little funk in our wine. This wine is excellent juice at $42, very unique whites. Moulin de Gassac Guilheim Rouge, which is the equivalent of the white, $8.25. Blend of Syrah, Grenache, Carignan, and Mourvedre. No oak. This wine's got a little bit of a funky, earthy kind of note to it, barnyard note to the fruit, but pretty straightforward. Smooth berry fruit on the tongue, round tannins, really drinkable notes of herbs and earth on the finish, but very pleasant red. I like the white a little better, but the red also good. And then Tally Pinot Noir up next. Like I said, a real mixed bag here. We're jumping all over the place, but this is the Stone Corral Vineyard. They only make 12 barrels of this wine, and a really beautiful bouquet here. Black black raspberry fruit, exotic brown spices, and notes of mint and dried flowers. Really elegant style of Pinot Noir on the palate, smooth and silky tannins, zesty black raspberry fruit, and wonderful freshness here. This wine's got that minty floral note shown on the finish, a host of exotic spices, most excellent juice at $54. Tally makes some great Pinots. Then the Mas de Daumas Gassac Red, which is, they use older barrels for this. It's 80% Cabernet, 7 Merlot, 6 Petit Verdot, and 4 Pinot Noir. A little Syrah in the mix, too, for good measure. Kind of an odd blend, but it works. This is one of the cult wines of the south of France. It's got a wild side to the bouquet there. Dried meats, light smoke, kind of barnyard, earthy, fine herbs with currant berry fruit and dried cigar box spice. Really complex wine. It opens up on the second day, and even better. Big and chewy wine with a wonderful rustic nature to it there, echoing that nuance and earth from the nose through the finish. Lovely structured, a long finish. This wine's got incredible length on the second day. And really, if you love Bordeaux, you love serious wine, this is deserves your attention. It is most excellent juice at $42. One of the great wines of the south of France. All right, the Cafaro Merlot up next. Speaking of great wines and great winemakers, Joe Cafaro is one of the best in California. He's been making wine for like 40 years. And, man, this is almost all estate fruit. I think he does buy a little bit of fruit, but, you know, Joe's real things back in his later years, and you know, this is all he does, just a couple thousand cases of wine. And like I said, to me, one of the true great wines of Napa that almost nobody knows about, Cafaro. This wine's got a lovely bouquet here of dark plum and dark cherry fruit, fresh earth, mocha, herbs. Really lovely complexity. This is a Cabernet Drinker's Merlot. It's got incredible structure on the palate, juicy plum and cherry fruit, silky smooth tannins, and dark cocoa spice and earthy notes. Really complex and long. Even better on the second day, most excellent juice, and under $50 a bottle, man. Check out Cafaro's Cabernet also, 41 and a quarter. That Merlot, one of the best Merlots that I've had this year from California. That's what we had to drink with our friend Cynthia. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.